Welcome. This is Dr. Vicky, and I'm reporting to you from Los Angeles. I'm here to discuss with you the Michael Jackson trial and information that you will not be getting on any of the traditional news stations and broadcasting, and that includes media and press. So, this is information that is special for you who are listeners of Pacifica Radio and Progressive Network Radio, which is online. Now, this is specific for our listeners. My name is Dr. Vicky Huffnagel, and you can call me Dr. Vicky. In the past, what's important that you know in this first segment is that I am a medical news reporter. I have an MD degree. I actually have three advanced doctorate degrees, and I'm working on several others. My focus is in bioethics and women's healthcare. I served on Court TV in a very important trial in New York City called the Libby Zion case. You can go to libbyzion.com to learn more about that, and I'm ongoing work and research on that case still today. What I'm reporting today is about a lack of information and understanding of information in the Michael Jackson trial. A lot of millions of dollars are being spent with everybody, at the courthouse, but you're not getting the full information. The first issue I think that you need to know about is the litigation, who's suing who, and what is going on. In the city of Los Angeles, the whole news has been for months about the new football team that's going to come to Los Angeles and the big football stadium that's going to be built here in LA. Now, this is going to be built by the same company that was doing the Michael Jackson tour, AEG. The city has had relationships with AEG in the past, and the city has gone forward and even gotten a law passed, signed by our governor now, to protect from certain kinds of litigation AEG so that they can move faster on getting this football stadium up. What does AEG have to do with Michael Jackson? Well, if you follow the news, a lot. So let's talk about what you haven't heard in the news. What you haven't heard in the news is you had a little bit of testimony yesterday on the 27th from a female attorney who discussed the contract that she negotiated and wrote with Dr. Conrad Murray. For the rest of the interviews, we'll call him Conrad Murray, okay? So she testified to that, and she spoke specifically as to certain items in the contract. She represented for the contract writing the AEG corporations who was going to be paying for Michael Jackson's medical care, and literally the money for the concert. AEG was part of this whole deal to have a doctor for Michael Jackson in the concert. So AEG was a responsible party. Now here in LA we had a big really a memorial for Michael Jackson when he died, and this also was pushed through by the LA City Council for several $1 million. So we have this big support Michael Jackson, terrible that he died, and a real heart-giving aspect. Now we have the LA City Council pushing for this football stadium because they need the work. They say they want workers, and they want the money and the revenue to come to LA. And in desperate times, this looks like the golden apple for everyone. But the media is not reminding everybody, well, what really is going on with AEG and Michael Jackson. And I'm really perplexed that no one has brought it up. The Jackson family is suing AEG for irresponsibility, failure to, properly take care of Michael Jackson, and this all has to do with his medical care too. Now, it's very strange that we had the AEG contract come up yesterday, and no one has made mention of the conflicts and issues here. So we have a city of Los Angeles completely loving Michael Jackson and supporting him in so many ways. And now we have the LA City Council completely supporting AEG for their football field and not looking into the fact that there is a reason the Jackson family have sued AEG as having direct issues in the death of Michael Jackson. So this is a central issue. In the contract and the testimony, even though this is just about Conrad Murray, any of the evidence that comes out can be used later in the trial that will proceed against AEG. Contract and the issue of the cart we'll cover in segment 2 today. But I just wanted to bring the attention to the public that the same corporation had a lot to do with everything that we're seeing as it's contractually related to Michael Jackson's medical care. And that contract and what authority that AEG had and what all the agency issues were is at point right now during this trial as we're hearing it. AEG had an obligation in contracting Conrad Murray, oversee Conrad Murray, and they are not able to just say, well, we just wrote the contract. They were paying this $150,000 a month to Michael Jackson for these services. So this point was completely missed yesterday in the media, and that's when I decided that I will start doing news reports on this because of my work in in-depth analysis. In previous work with MSNBC as a medical reporter, Fox as a medical reporter, NBC as a medical reporter, and my work in Court TV. So I hope this causes a little bit of jingle in your brain, like what really is going on here, with AEG, what was going on with AEG, and what was their role at the time that they hired Conrad Murray and overseeing Conrad Murray, and what's their responsibilities, because this is a part of all that happened and took place at that time. This is Vicki Hufnagel. Again, you can hear me on WBAI every other Thursday, 99.5 FM in New York at 1 o'clock. And you can listen to me every Sunday on Progressive Radio Network at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. This tape is for our Pacifica radio stations to have input on the Michael Jackson trial. Thank you so much.